Hello and welcome to Cox Field, the home of the Gill St. Bernard's Knights. It is the Prep B Championship live from Gladstone, New Jersey. Alongside Derek Raymond, I'm Tom Monfaletta. We'll be bringing you the coverage of today's game live between Gill St. Bernard's and Montclair Kimberley Academy. Gill St. Bernard's comes into the game 15-3-1 on the season. Montclair Kimberley comes in at 9-6-1, and these two teams have met in some championship games, some games with some big implications, and they know what it means to take home some hardware. The Prep B champs for last year were your Gill St. Bernard's Knights. The non-public B state champions for the past 2 years, your Montclair Kimberley Cougars. The non-public B South Sectional champs for the past 2 years, the Gill St. Bernard's Knights. And the non-public B state champions in 2010, the Gill St. Bernard's Knights. And in 2011, the Prep B champs of this very tournament, Montclair Kimberley Academy. I was talking to Coach Bednarski before today's game, and I asked him if he likened this rivalry to a New England Patriots, Indianapolis Colts type of rivalry where they just met in the playoffs all the time. They don't meet each other during the regular season, but they always see each other in the playoffs, and it's always an outstanding game. You can throw some overtime games in there, some hard-fought battles in between these two teams. And Derek, this one should shape up to be just as good as the others.
I've been looking forward to this game for a couple weeks now, just because of the caliber of teams that are going to be playing. So. Tom, we've got a really great view, a picturesque background. Look at that, beautiful houses in the background. So I'm looking forward to this matchup on a brand new field that was just installed over this past year. It looks perfect.
Some star-studded talent out there on the field today. One of them being James Reiner, the senior captain for Gill St. Bernard's, a center back. He has 18 goals and 5 assists on the year, and that is unheard of for a defensive player to have that many goals on the year. He's part of the NJ.com poll to find out who the best defensive player in New Jersey is, and I can't find anybody else that I would pick for that. Also, very involved in the community. Last year, he started a program where he teaches youth soccer on Saturdays, so he comes here and helps teach young soccer players become hopefully as efficient as he has become in his career here as a Knight. On the other side, you've heard all about them. For Montclair Kimberley Academy, the two studs on their squad, Wesley Wade and Malcolm Dixon, both members of the U17 U.S. national team, both members of the New York Red Bulls Academy team. Wade has been a member of MKA since kindergarten, and Dixon has been an MKA student since 6th grade. Both of them took residency for 2 years at the IMG Academy in Florida. Coach Bednarski refers to them as two of not only the best players in the state, but two of the top 20 players in the country. Think about that. Two of the top 20 players in the country. And if there is a team that can stop this offensive attack, it could be Gill St. Bernard's with an absolutely excellent defensive backfield, including James Reiner. Let's take a look at the coaches on both teams here today. For the Montclair Kimberley Cougars, we have Jordan Rayner. Jordan Rayner is in his 6th year as head coach. He led MKA to back-to-back state titles, as we said earlier. He played his career at Leeds Metropolitan University in England. He played center back, and he is also a coach for the Match Fit Academy. You can see him there holding the non-public B trophy from last year. For Gill St. Bernard's, Tony Bednarski has been here for 25 years, and he's had an absolutely outstanding resume to go along with it. He's led GSB to back-to-back sectional titles where they lost to MKA in the finals. He was an all-conference player at Shippensburg. He has 4 children. 2 of them are currently at Gill St. Bernard's. 2 of them have graduated from Gill St. Bernard's, and all of them either have, will, or are currently playing college sports. Peter went to Stevens Institute of Technology. He was an All-American there. Andrews went to play at St. Lawrence. Catherine is committed to play at TCNJ. And Steven, who is a young freshman on this current team, will be sure to play at the next level as well, as he's been getting some valuable minutes for this Gill St. Bernard's attack. It should be a great game today, both sides with some excellent talent, both sides ready to go, both sides familiar with one another, and both sides two of the state's best teams here today. So it should be a great one, as we said earlier. Derek, give me 1 or 2 keys you see to this matchup today.
What I'm really looking most forward to is the unbelievable attack that is going to be that Gill St. Burns is going to have to deal with. I know, Tom, you spoke about their stud defensive line, but you've got two players on the U17 team that are probably, like you said, maybe two of the best 20 of the 20 players in the country. So for GSB to pull through here, they're really going to have stout goalkeeping and a stout defensive line.
You might not be able to see from home, but it is extremely windy here, so that could play a role in today's game. How they got here, Montclair Kimberley had the 2 seed in this tournament, and they dispatched of Newark Academy. Oh, this is the girls soccer tournament, I'm sorry. Montclair Kimberley had the 2 seed. They dispatched of Morristown Beard and then Newark Academy to face Gill St. Bernard's. Gill St. Bernard's took down Wardlaw Hartridge, who defeated Rutgers Prep by a score of 5-2, and we covered that as part of Strive's fall coverage here, and we look forward to bringing you today's game absolutely. So we have excellent defense on one side, excellent defense that turns into offense on one side.
That's an unbelievable thing, Tom. I mean, to have a defenseman score that many goals is just something I haven't seen in quite a long time.
Some great leadership out of Reiner as well. So we look forward to today's matchup. About 50 degrees as we start off today. You can see some of the players doling some long sleeves. You can see Justin Durkin, one of the captains here for Gill St. Bernard's, at midfield. And Wyatt Noble will play it back to Dixon to start it off here for MKA. Reiner heads this one high in the air. Coach Bednarski said, last year MKA had a goalie who stood at 6'8", who is now playing lacrosse at Syracuse. So one of their biggest issues that they had last year was not being able to put a head on a ball from either corners or throw-ins. And this year they don't have that. Problem, but they still have obviously a very, very tough defensive front here from MKA. Here comes. It's Ricciardi on the near sideline. And Noble's tripped up on the play, but they will keep this in MKA's possession. Tripped up by Cameron Miller. Miller, look for today some of his throw-ins. Miller's throw-ins are a lot like corner kicks themselves, as he can just absolutely heave the ball from out of bounds. Noble with the free kick. And this one will be cleared out momentarily. Mauricio Toscano to throw it in for the Cougars. Cougars wearing all green. Gill wearing all white. Giving chase, Tommy Fusco, one of the senior captains from Essex Falls, New Jersey. And Durkin with the centering pass, looking for Ricciardi, and this one is kicked out of bounds. So this will be a free kick for MKA. Last touch by Ricciardi. See Jack Lowe inside the box here. Oh, this is going to be a corner kick for Gill. So look for Jack Lowe to try to make a play here as the kick from Durkin comes in. And Reiner able to get a head on it, but this one will sail out of bounds. So this time it will be a free kick for the Cougars.
That's a nice job by GSB to attack early and get an opportunity within the first 5 minutes. In order to get this win here, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to keep pressing this line and try and neutralize the offense, the Cougar offense. So you know, in order to do that, they got to keep the ball in their territory, put the defense on their heels.
Fusco gets it away from a Gill defender. And Lowe plays it over to Durkin, and Durkin misplays this one, will go out of bounds, and Toscano will throw it in for the Cougars. Fix our scoring mechanism here. And this will go back to Gill. No score here in the first half. This is the Prep B finals here at Gill St. Bernard's. Gill coming in with the #1 seed. So they had home field advantage throughout. They dispatch of Wardlaw Hartridge by a score of 3-1 to get here. It's a kick from Lowe, goes into the box. Reiner over to Durkin. Durkin plays it off his chest, and this one beyond the line, and it looks like this is stopped. It looked like that went over the line, and Derek, if we can cue that one back up, the referees will discuss this, and it looks like they're going to give him a goal. From our vantage point, it looked like it clearly crossed the line. A good play by Durkin to control it with his chest and then get it past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can pull up a replay here, and as they just signaled for the goal. But, you know, take another look. Starts with the centering header, settles it.
And it just gets past. It's a good play by Ryan Fennelly from Upper Montclair, another senior captain for the Cougars, trying to make a play on it. And he at least made it confusing for the referees. But the goal is rewarded to Gill St. Bernard's, and they take a 1-0 lead. That's Durkin's 14th goal on the season. Durkin has 14 goals, 8 assists. He's second on the team. Creeping up towards Reiner's total. Reiner doing a great job on the offensive end to help set up that goal by Durkin. As this one sails over the head of Cameron Miller. Played up in the air by Daniel Nasty. And this one swallowed up by Schreier. Schreier doing an excellent job in net this season. 115 saves, including that one. As he boots this one halfway down the field, using the wind to his advantage, and he gets all the way over to the MKA goalkeeper. Durkin looking to make something happen once again. Looking for Ricciardi. Keeps it to himself. On the far sideline, this one over the net. And this will go back to Montclair Kimberley.
See, with this win here, Tom, small touches like that, once they get in the air, they're just going to carry. So GSB's doing a really good job of neutralizing their offense by keeping the ball down in their zone.
A lot of young defensive players here for Gill St. Bernard's. Coach Bednarski said that they don't play like they're freshmen. He said one of the keys to the game here today would be if they're able to deal with the big stage. Obviously, the Prep B finals is maybe a notch below how they view the state championship, but this obviously is important. It was one of the most important. It was the most important tournament for this team before they became dual members of Prep and NJSIAA, and this one, it does not look like the freshmen are not being able to handle this moment and able to handle this stage because they're playing outstanding so far.
Yeah, and they're really playing outside of, you know, what most people would consider a high school freshman ability level. So they're doing an excellent job. Very, very mature in ball handling and decision making. So they seem like seasoned veterans, and as we see here, continuing to apply the pressure.
And this one deflected.
That'll be a corner off of a defenseman.
Yeah, Tyler Quake unloaded a shot from outside the 18. And this one will be another opportunity for Gill to convert. Durkin will take the corner kick. And this one bending towards the goal goes over the head of Quake. And this one mishit, but Durkin's going to try to save it, and he does. Finds Ricciardi.
Excellent
Ricciardi
effort by
looking for
Dicker.
a streaking Bednarski just over his head, and Wade will play it back to the keeper, and the keeper will just dive on top of it. Talking to Coach Coach Raper before the game. Obviously, he understands how talented his team is. They have 2 huge wins against Seton Hall Prep this year. Seton Hall Prep will be the 1 seed in the non-public A North bracket for the state tournament. And this one stolen away by Quake. Quake being chased by Wade, that was Dixon, and Wade will take it away. A little bit of rough play there, but able to control it for the Cougars.
Yeah, the refs letting them play on here. It's good to see some nice physical play. Nothing too extreme, but it is a physical sport, so there's shoulders and bodies thrown, and it seems like body position is more important in this game than I've seen a lot of games past, just because of the ability level and how evenly matched they are. So we're going to see some aggressive and physical play, because that's going to be the difference. It's going to be who wants it more, who's going to try and outmaneuver, outposition, outwork their opponent.
Montclair Kimberley able to, as I was saying before, outwork Seton Hall Prep to 2 regular season victories this year. And Coach Raper said that he never doubts their ability, but he doubts their consistency sometimes, as this one just headed just over the crossbar. And Rayner, I would say about 2/3 of his goals, maybe even 75% of his goals, have come off of headers on that similar play from Miller or a corner kick, as he is extremely dangerous. This one just over the crossbar. David Kaufman is in net for Montclair Kimberley, doing a great job. He was obviously a backup for 3 years, has come in and done an excellent job in net. Both teams having to replace a lot of older players, a lot of veterans on this team, on either team. Gill St. Bernard's only playing 3 seniors and 2 juniors. They have 6 underclassmen that start.
That one called offside by the linesman.
And the goalie that we mentioned for Montclair Kimberley that Kaufman is replacing, Matt Lane, the 6'8" lacrosse soccer player. He's at Syracuse University now, so Kaufman had to back him up for 3 years, and now he finds himself in that, and he's doing an outstanding job for MKA. Looking to help lead them to a Prep B championship and also a non-public B championship as well. Coach Bednarski has led Gill St. Bernard's to 5 of the last 6 sectionals. They've won 4 of them, and that will start next week. The state tournament will start next week. Coach Bednarski likened the Prep B tournament to the ACC tournament in basketball, and then the non-public B, or the state tournament, the NJSIAA tournament, to the NCAA tournament. Both trophies desired, both trophies cherished. As Rayner comes up to make a play and tries to get past Dixon. Dixon gives him a hip. Almost a give-and-go opportunity here. This one towards the net, and Bednarski looking to keep it in. And this one will be kicked out of bounds. And this will be a throw-in, I believe.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a throw-in for Gill St. Bernard's here.
As freshman Cameron Miller will come chuck it in for the Knights. Miller has 7 assists on the year. Here comes another one, heaving towards the middle, looking for Reiner. And defended well on the play by Sheriardi as this one goes out of bounds, and Montclair Kimberley will take over. Kaufman to kick it away for the Cougars. It's on a low line drive, looking for Dixon. Gets just out of his reach. Durkin giving chase. Danny Civalella on the far sideline for Gill St. Bernard's. I was able to meet Dan before the broadcast today, and he was helping me with some pronunciations, and he said, just call me Civ. I said, Danny, I understand that's your nickname, but probably not going to not call you Civalella, even though it's a lot of syllables there. We'll still make your parents happy and your family happy. It's a beautiful little Italian name there for Dan. Toscano giving chase.
Here comes another opportunity, a 3-on-2.
And there's Civ on the far sideline looking for Durkin. Durkin just outside of the net. Durkin had Quake to his right, decided to take it himself. A little bit too much on it. There's a good play by our boy Civ. Back to Lowe. Now here comes a through ball, but this one will go all the way through to Kaufman.
Possibly looking to catch the goalie slightly out of position here and sneak one in above his head, but
Schwerer will just rifle this one out of bounds.
And that'll go down the hill. It's a long trip for the ball boy.
Along with Durkin and Reiner, the captains for this Gill St. Bernard's team is Craig Pilla, number 8, outside right back. Another strong point to this defense for Gill St. Bernard's. Coach Bednarski talked a lot about the leadership out of Durkin, Reiner, and Pilla. So leading them to this incredible record so far. Their only losses against Watchung Hills in the Somerset County tournament, Bridgewater Raritan, and after that Bridgewater Raritan loss, they defeated South Hunterdon by a score of 9-0.
Oh, wow.
And so they bounced back pretty well from that. And then they had a loss to Bernard's, one of the stronger teams in the state. So they play a tough schedule. They played really, really well throughout this tough schedule, and looking to make a strong finish here and get the better of a team that has gotten the better of them over the past couple of years. Wade knocks it away from Bednarski on the far sideline. And this one stopped by Reiner. I always see Reiner. No matter what, he is in my line of sight.
He's everywhere so far. I mean, he's been pivotal to containing the ball in the offensive zone so far. I mean, if we broke it down, I think the time of possession has been, we're almost halfway through the first half. I want to say it's been 15 minutes of Gill St. Bernard ball here.
Durkin and Lowe. What a move by Lowe, but this one will be taken away by, looks like Fennelly out there. And Malcolm Dixon with an unbelievable ball, and Reiner doing a good job tackling it away. But that ball was incredible. Low, fast, hard. Fennelly coming up. It's a pass Pilla. Toscano making a move. And this one played back to Wade. Wade with a shot, and this one stopped by Shear. Jordan Schreier, 8 shutouts on the year. Posting one now, 21 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been pretty much all Gill St. Bernard so far.
Yeah, we're seeing sparks of light from Montclair Kimberley, though. It just that last play, we saw very fast and crisp ball movement and passes, and it capped off with quite a unbelievable shot here that was stopped, but they're starting to put it together.
And Miller launches one once again, looking for Reiner, but Dixon gets in there and gets a head on it and knock it away for Montclair Kimberley. And this one quickly back into the Gill St. Bernard zone, and Pilla will play it back to Schreier. And I made a mistake earlier. Schreier has 9 shutouts on the season, only 13 goals against. So he's had an incredible run this year. And this one will be played back to Montclair Kimberley. Toscano will throw it in. Ryan Musicant right next to him. Good play by Bednarski. Trying to play it ahead to Durkin. Sam Eisen, a senior captain, and coming out to make the nice play is Schreier. So Schreier aggressive in goal. A great job to stop that one. The girls soccer team here at Gill St. Bernard is 9-7-2. It's their 4th straight winning season. They're the number 8 seed in the upcoming NJSIAA Non-Public B South tournament. And now Dixon has it. And here we go. Could be dangerous. Dixon trying to get it back, being defended by Pilla. And weave through a couple of defenders, and Schreier will pick it up. Dixon looking for a penalty, and so is the crowd. So quickly be played up to Civilella. Civilella looking for Bednarski. Bednarski gets it back to Lowe. And Lowe will knock this one all the way out of bounds. It'll be a free kick upcoming for MKA. The girls' tennis team season is complete. They were 13-4. They were the Skyland Conference Raritan Division champions, non-public B South sectional champions. Cross-country team, they were the Prep B runners-up. The girls' team was a Prep B runner-up as well. Dana Klein won the gold medal at the Somerset County Skyland Conference and Prep B races. And here comes Dixon. Dixon with a great pass off to the left side. And this one just outside the right crossbar. That was Wyatt Noble with the left foot. Just misses the goal.
Montclair Kimberley really turning it up here over these past 2 minutes. They've had, for the first 20 minutes, only 2 shots on net, I want to say. And over the past 2 minutes, they've had 2 very good opportunities here deep in the zone. So GSB, they might be, I don't want to say they're sitting back on their heels here, but they're starting to face a more stout offensive attack.
Schreier will kick it away for the Knights. And Dixon will get a head on it, and Pilla will play it back into the MKA zone. Sam Eisen giving chase for the Cougars. And Eisen will kick it back across midfield, and this will meet Reiner's head. I wonder if Reiner, ever just goes through some days dizzy with as many times as he crushes the ball with his forehead.
I mean, and also how often he's running up and down the field here in circles. He's everywhere.
He is obviously a highly touted prospect, highly regarded prospect. Coach Bednarski said he could see him playing at an Ivy League school, a Patriot League school. He also gets excellent grades, really involved in the community, great citizen as well. So his career absolutely will not stop here at Gill St. Bernard's. "22 athletes from the class of 2013 are now competing at the collegiate level, so Reiner looking to join them next year. Good play by Durkin. Fennelly Good job of positioning, and he will just knock this one out of bounds. Fennelly with a really, really strong foot back there all season long for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a perfect example of body position. Fennelly, the much bigger of the two against Bednarski here, so very easily able to shield himself or shield Bednarski away from the ball here. Here's a chance, a header, that's in.
Jack Lowe puts a head on it and finds the back of the net for the second goal of the game. Does the Dougie, and the score now 2-0 in favor of Gill St. Bernard's.
Let's see if we can pull this one up again here, but another example of
Jack Lowe, the junior. Coach Bednarski calls him the unsung hero on this Gill St. Bernard's team. Does the grind work, the blue-collar kind of lunch pail mentality. Always, always making effort plays, that one being one of them, that found the back of the net.
Yeah, so we'll take another look here. The throw-in, another bomb, gets a bounce, and there it is for the taking.
Taking advantage of it, of the arm strength from Cameron Miller. Sailed over Reiner's head, took one bounce, and then Lowe did a tremendous job of just cleaning it up. So Gill St. Bernard's with a commanding 2-0 lead here, only in the first half. 15 minutes to go. Lowe pokes it away from Wade. Kevin Brito kicks it the length of the field. Kevin Brito doing a great job up top all season long for Gill St. Bernard's. Brito is a freshman, one of those freshmen that Coach Bednarski talked about. Brito, Miller, Bednarski all getting serious game time experience all season long. And one thing that Coach Bednarski said that I totally agree with is you get this far into the season, you're no longer freshmen. You know, you have this much experience, you can take that excuse away because you've been playing for so many games here against such great competition. And I guess the one thing that he was worried about was the, all the mystique and the aura of playing in a championship game, but looks like that has not fazed them at all.
No, I mean, just taking a look at this game, it looks like these guys have all been playing together for years. So the experience throughout the season and allowing those freshmen to mature over the course of a full season has really paid dividends and has gotten them where they are now, which is a 2-0 lead with only just under 14 minutes left to go in the first half.
Max Onger, another one of those freshmen. He's left back for the Knights. And he's now giving chase as Sam Eisen gets around and looks for a centering pass, and this one thwarted. It looks like Reiner. Or that was Cameron Miller. Cameron Miller, decent size for a freshman. Long legs, long strides. 13 minutes to go. Not a cloud in the sky here at Gill St. Bernard's. Pretty windy. Seemed to have died down a little bit here. But honestly, Derek, you mentioned it earlier for a corner kick from Eisen, but this is just unbelievably picturesque. And so was that save by Jordan Schreer.
Yeah, this is quite the campus, and panning back and forth, we see some houses and a great deal of acreage here, which is picturesque.
Looks pretty nice in the fall now with the leaves changing. Kaufman looking for Wade. Wade plays it off his chest, and he'll get a free kick now. Too much roughhousing at midfield.
The referee's starting to try and rein them in here, but throughout the first half has allowed a lot of body contact and aggressive play, which is what you want to see here in a game like this.
Eisen will kick it away. He's looking for Fennelly. Reiner gets a head on it. Noble cleared out by Gill. Toscano looking for Fennelly. Fennelly gets a head on it. And there's Reiner just spoiling everybody's party. Quake looking for Durkin. Durkin, he's got Eisen to his left. He's got Bednarski to his left. And shot on goal. This one finds the back of the net. What a shot. My goodness. Justin Durkin, his second goal of the game. How do you stop that?
I mean, there's not really much you can do one-on-one against a great leg. So let's see if we can take a look here as this entire play developed.
I was looking for him to pass it to Bednarski, and he just said, no, I'll take this one myself.
I mean, look how far out he is.
And this one just rifled the back left corner.
Look how far out he is.
He even confused Kaufman with how that just stayed on a plane. You want to talk about catchers throwing to second base? You want it to stay on the same plane? That was just a complete seed into the back of the net.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know what you do against that. I mean, this goalie was positioned, okay. Well, I mean, I guess not good enough, but we see another great save here.
Schreier will catch this one off the leg of Wesley Wade. As we said, Wade and Dixon, number 7 today. Wade usually wears number 8 in his home uniform. So Kaufman will gobble this one up. Wade and Dixon both taking residency in Florida for the past couple of years. They've been at MKA their whole careers. Or I'm sorry, Dixon's been there since 6th grade. Wade has been there since kindergarten. But spent a lot of time going to class and playing soccer down in Florida. Had an opportunity to play for the U.S. under-17 national team. Malcolm Dixon actually played for the Jamaica World Cup qualifying team. So a lot of excellent experience in international play. Wesley Wade scored 2 goals against Spain. So,
not a lot of people can say that.
We are getting to witness some excellent players out here today. The game's starting to get a lot more aggressive as MKA is starting to feel the pressure.
A sense of urgency. I mean, they certainly didn't want to be down going into the half, MKA that is, and they definitely didn't want to be down 3. So, with 9 minutes left to go in the half, they're feeling this sense of urgency to either reduce the deficit or stop the bleeding somehow.
Schreier
just playing
like
catch with the goalie.
Yeah, it's like he's long tossing. Wind is seriously aiding some of these high kicks from the goalie.
And that's something to think about for Durkin's goal as well. I mean, he was far enough out where the wind could have played a factor here and caught the goalie off guard, but that was truly a great ball, a great shot, and quite the leg.
As you see on your screen here, Andres Gonzalez, another freshman for Gill St. Bernard's. Schreier comes out of net, unable to handle this one. He's on his back now. And this one played back to Wade, and this will sail over the net.
Yeah, Schreier went out for it, and I think he got tripped up, or when he went up, he got undercut by one of the MKA players and ended up on his back with just a few seconds of vulnerability.
There you go.
It's the wind.
Greg Pilla gets it to low, and they're going to call offsides as Kevin Brito was chasing after this one. Making Fennelly bring it back A little bit here. He will play it to Eisen. Eisen is a 4-year starter for this MKA team. He's won 2 state championships in club and 2 state championships for MKA, as Schreier gets his hand on this one.
And that'll be a corner on the near side here.
Eisen will kick this one away for MKA. Eisen, one of the captains for this Cougar team. And this one doesn't bend as much as he wants it to, and Lowe will get ahead on it. And Brito looking to keep this one inbounds, and he does. Brito plays it ahead. And Wade doing a great job kicking this one away. Toscano giving chase. And Civilella now looking for a centering pass. And this one gets by Burrito. Knocked away by Fennelly. Dixon off to the races. Pilla staying with him. And Andres Gonzalez. You think he's afraid of that? Great defensive play by the freshman. Fennelly. Plays it outside to Nasty. Nasty being defended by Anger. And Anger gets the call, so this one will play towards Gill St. Bernard's. See, Ryan Fennelly, one of the 3 captains for Montclair Kimberley, is 6'4". He stands, and obviously we've seen the powerful leg that he has on him. Derek, he's also, you would appreciate this, he's a scratch golfer.
Is he really?
Yeah.
How tall is he?
6'4".
I mean, with all that length, as we see another opportunity here for GSB, with all that length, able to generate a lot of club head speed, probably long off the tee.
So there we go. There's Derek's golf analysis of the day. Civilella will get it back to Anger.
Probably a Dustin Johnson type player.
David Duvall.
There you go.
Eisen will throw this one in. Bednarski knocking it away. Quake with a good pass to Brito. Brito finding himself on a breakaway. And Toscano.
Oh, my. Where was that committed?
And it looks like they're going to say it's outside of the 18. A yellow card is issued as looks like Sam Eisen and Toscano converged on Brito. Here's a free kick, and Kaufman with a great save.
Well, they didn't take any setup time at all for that one.
Well, almost caught everybody off guard, including us.
And as they get set for the corner here, let's see if we can quickly pull up. I mean, there he is streaking. Attackers. Yeah, you can't do that.
That was Eisen and Toscano sandwiching Brito. So now there's a corner opportunity for the Knights. Reiner matched up against Fennelly. And here it comes. Looking for Reiner and finds the head of Andres Gonzalez. And a good job defending this one by Montclair Kimberley.
Couldn't contain, just got by. Who was that trying to contain there? I think that was Civilella.
Civilella now giving chase to Eisen. He's coming from his center back position. Centering pass. Finds Dixon. And Pilla will knock it away. Good defensive play by Craig Pilla. Here comes Quake. Quake and Brito. And knocked away by Fennelly. Quake ahead. Bednarski giving chase, and Kaufman will snatch this one for the Cougars. Roll it out for Fennelly. Plays it across the field looking for Toscano.
And as we enter under the 2-minute period, those keeping track at the bottom watching the scoring bar, our clock may be counting down, although we'll fix it, but the game clock at the field right now reads 2, and it will be up to the referees when they call halftime.
Wade stopped by Reiner. Excellent play by Reiner once again. Reiner on the attack now. Speeds past Fennelly. Looking to get past Eisen, and Eisen will kick this one away. 3-0 is our score. It has been all Gill St. Bernard's here on their home field. Beautiful fall Sunday in this Prep B championship. Looking to win their second in a row. And these two teams will most likely meet again in the state tournament as Miller heaves this one in, looking for Reiner, and Fennelly wins this one. MKA back on the attack. Wade plays it to Dixon.
Onside here.
Gonzalez with a little bit of contact on Dixon. Not going to call it.
Yeah, that was incidental and very light at that. I think there was some slight embellishment, and the referee noticed that.
Andres Gonzalez making the most of his opportunities here. Contributing in a big way. As Schreier looking to kick this one away. Goes all the way to Fennelly, and there's Gonzalez once again. Toscano with Brito. And Noble gets it over to Dixon. Noble defended by Pilla, and Pilla has just been an absolute brick wall today. Noble looking for a centering pass. He'll find Miller. This one deflected by Noble. And Schreier will grab it for Gill St. Bernard's. Game getting a little bit more physical as that first half comes to an end. Gill St. Bernard's with a 3-0 lead over rival Montclair Kimberley Academy. The first half comes to an end here in the Prep B State Championship. So as the fans make their way to the concession stand, let's take a look at some of the upcoming athletic events for Gill St. Bernard's. This week, tomorrow, the varsity girls soccer team will take on Rutgers Prep in the quarterfinals of the NJSIAA tournament, which is the non-public B South sectional. That will be at 2 p.m. on Tuesday. The middle school cross-country team will participate in the Great Pumpkin Race at 3:30 p.m. Thursday, varsity girls soccer, pending a win over Rutgers Prep, will be at St. Rose, and that'll be at 2 p.m. as well. And then Friday, the non-public B South Sectional NJSIAA tournament begins as the boys soccer team, who we are witnessing right now with a 3-0 lead over Montclair Kimberley, will start it up in a quarter-final matchup. And I believe we do have the brackets here, which we will get to you right away. Gill St. Bernard's is the 1 seed. They have a bye. Wildwood Catholic plays Roselle Catholic, and Gill St. Bernard's will play the winner of that. On the bottom of that region, Wardlaw Hartridge, the 5-12 matchup. Wardlaw Hartridge being the 5 seed will take on Mater Dei. who is the 12 seed, and then the 4 seed Trenton Catholic will take on Christ the King. So Gill St. Bernard's will have to go through Trenton Catholic to make it to another sectional championship, with an opportunity to win. I believe since they joined the NJSIAA, they have been to 5 of the past 6 sectional championships, and they've won 4 of them. And I believe they have been to 4 of the last 6 overall championships, and they won 1 back in 2010. So this team looks like they are possessed and on a mission. If they continue to play the way that they're playing here in the first half, they could see themselves in the middle of another championship run. Also coming up on campus, we have the Parents Association 18th Annual Fashion Show. It will be at Bridgewater Manor. It will be November 12th, 2013. The doors will open at 10 a.m. Special guest will be Hunter Bell, winner of the 2nd season of Fashion Star, which I believe was Derek's favorite show. And you can go to www.gsbschool.org/fashion/show. I'm sorry, that says Fashion Star on the graphic. It should say fashion-show. So www.gsbschool.org/fashion-show, not star. And you can reserve your tickets and be involved in that. And that will be obviously lots of fun here. So we have about 4.5 minutes left here as part of our halftime break. We're going to step aside and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more here at Gill St. Bernard's. Gill leads Montclair Kimberley by a score of 3-0 in this Prep B championship matchup. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Gill St. Bernard's, the host of the Prep B Championship between the Gill St. Bernard's Knights and the Montclair Kimberley Academy Cougars, as Gill St. Bernard's with a commanding 3-0 lead as halftime approaching its end here. As Gill St. Bernard's looking to keep the momentum going here as they switch sides. They will be going against the wind. The wind has been picking up a little bit and subsiding back and forth as the half has gone on, and it definitely worked to the advantage with some excellent through balls from the backs of Gill St. Bernard's that were completed by Justin Durkin on 2 goals, and one of the goals came from Jack Lowe. I want to remind you that the most important and most impactful fundraiser for Gill is taking place right now. If you haven't received your letter in the mail yet, you'll get it soon. Please consider giving to this important drive, as tuition dollars alone only cover 85% of the cost of an education at GSB. And we are, of course, talking about the annual fund. The annual fund helps provide GSB with all the things that help set the school apart from other schools, such as the maintenance of its beautiful 79-acre campus, an award-winning faculty and arts programs, as well as a highly competitive and winning athletic program. So if you haven't already, please contribute to the Gill St. Bernard's annual fund. We talked about throughout the broadcast the success that the Gill St. Bernard's athletic program has been having. Coach Dave Pasquale at the helm, the athletic director here at Gill, has been really kind and helpful for our efforts to get this game on the air, as well as Mike Labrie and Allison Daly in the communications department. And this is the Prep B Championship, and you're watching Strive's coverage as we live stream this game and perhaps some more games throughout the winter, some basketball doubleheaders as well that we're really looking forward to. Alongside Derek Raymond, I'm Tom Monfiletto. And this is a Gill St. Bernard's program that has won a plethora of championships here. Just last spring, the boys tennis team was the non-public B South sectional champions. And then in the winter, the girls basketball team, who went 23-5, they were the Somerset County champs, the Skyland Conference Delaware Division champs, and the non-public B state champs in 2011-2012. The boys basketball team last year, 19-7, sent 3 kids off to play at Division I, the Skyland Conference Delaware Division champs, the Somerset County runner-up, and the non-public B South sectional champions 2011-2012. So the basketball programs have been outstanding here. We look to continue that this winter. Tyus Battle, sophomore, probably go anywhere that he wants, as they sent some of their players to schools such as Hofstra, Seton Hall, Illinois. The soccer team looking to send some more players in the collegiate ranks. Once again, James Reiner being one of them. Reiner doesn't have a goal today. He still leads the team with 18 goals. But he has done an outstanding job. As we mentioned, we see him all over the field. So the second half underway here. Gill St. Bernard's ahead 3-0. See Max Onger and Bednarski here on the near sideline.
Yeah, Montclair's really going to have to come out in this half with a chip on their shoulder and a sense of urgency here, because the way the first half went, Gill St. Bernard's really controlled every aspect of the game. Time of possession, shots on net, control, passes, drawing yellow cards even.
Fennelly looking for Toscano. Ricciardi giving chase. And it's a good play by Ricciardi. You can play it off to Pilla. Here comes Fennelly once again. Fennelly launches it past the Gill St. Bernard's defense, as Schreer will now pick it up. Now, Derek, when you have this kind of a lead, is there any value in just kind of playing keep away as much as possible, or do you still just kind of go for it?
I mean, I think they don't need to be as aggressive, certainly, but you don't want to get comfortable, because as soon as you get comfortable, the other team, in this case, it'll be Montclair. Montclair will start taking advantage of that. They'll be back on their heels, and soon it'll be 3-1. They'll still have that 2-goal lead, and then it could be 3-2, and then it's a whole nother game. So I think they need to stay aggressive, but they don't have to take chances, as we saw, Montclair right off the bat come firing. So it looks like Gill St. Bernard's is going to have to stay aggressive and try and put some more balls in the net here.
MKA, it looks like they are positioning Fennelly to be a little bit more included in the offensive attack as well, as he headed that one right into the arms of Schreer. And Ricciardi on the far sideline gets this one taken away, and there's Fennelly once again. Kind of amazed by the play of both Fennelly and Reiner. Just their presence always near the ball. Jack Lowe, one of the goal scorers in the first half, will play it to Onger. Onger ahead to Civilella, attempting the give and go, and this one will find the foot of Malcolm Dixon. Dixon and Wade. See, two of the top players, not only in the state, arguably in the country, have been relatively quiet so far today, and credit that to the defensive game plan here by Gill St. Bernard's, which they've been able to execute perfectly.
And a good defense as a result of an excellent offense. Just being able to continually apply pressure in the offensive zone just keeps Montclair's attack away.
Mauricio Toscano gets it past Pilla, and as we've seen today, that's kind of a remarkable feat in itself. This one will go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in. It'll be a throw-in for Gill St. Bernard's. Cameron Miller will do the honors. And this will go out of bounds, and it'll find Fennelly, who throws it in for the Cougars. On the girls' side, as we mentioned during halftime, the non-public South B tournament begins tomorrow. They'll take on Rutgers Prep here at 2 o'clock. The winner of that game will take on St. Rose. In the bottom half of that region, Timothy Christian will take on Morristown Friends, and Wildwood Catholic will take on Holy Spirit. So Gill St. Bernard's awarded the 8th seed in that sectional tournament. Bednarski now finds Ricciardi. Ricciardi looking for Durkin in the middle of the field. Defended by Toscano. Plays it back to Bednarski. Bednarski just out of the reach of Durkin. And Wesley Wade will take control for the Cougars. This one knocked away by Quake. Durkin looking for Siv. Siv giving chase. And he can't get there fast enough. Fennelly knocks it away.
Just overrun.
So a misplay taken advantage of by Quake. Durkin finds Civilella on the near sideline. Cleared out by Tommy Fusco, I believe. High in the air. Great job by Lowe. And this one will just be played back to Kaufman. Quake plays it to Ricciardi, back to Quake. Beautiful give and go, but Quake doesn't find anybody. Just finds a
clearing foot.
A left cleat of Tommy Fusco, who will knock it out of bounds. So Gill St. Bernard's will maintain possession. Cameron Miller will launch it in once again.
To deal with some wind here, it's going to take quite the run up.
It's almost like a cricket bowler. Looking
That's
for
right.
Reiner, and Kaufman, a good aggressive play. Good decision there by the goalkeeper for the Cougars.
Yeah, definitely. Don't let anyone have a chance at that.
Eisen fighting for position. Civilella unable to control it. Wyatt Noble now finds Wade. Wade weaving through the Gill St. Bernard's defense. He's all alone, centering pass. This one knocked away by Reiner. Toscano controls it. Dixon being pestered. Pilla tries to knock it away. And Reiner scorches this one off his head, and this will find Durkin all the way at midfield. A play by James Reiner once again. So Reiner statistically leading this team in almost every category, but also probably leading this team in some of the immeasurable aspects of the game that really lead your team to victory.
think they'll want them to free kick again here.
And we'll do it over once again. Fennelly will kick it away for Montclair Kimberley. As Coach Raper said, we were able to talk to him before the game. It's kind of been an up and down year, and if this game continues the way that it has been going, this could be one of their downs, but obviously due for an up. As we said earlier, they had 2 wins against Seton Hall Prep, which are 2 outstanding wins, and obviously they have some explosive talent here. More of an offensive team here in 2013, whereas last year they had about 16 clean slates. More of a defensive team. Matt Lane in goal, as we mentioned earlier. So he said some of the keys to this game were defending Gill St. Bernard's with energy, forcing turnovers, and this one into the chest of Schreier, and just pressing high up the field. And Derek, this is something that really haven't been able to accomplish here today.
No, you know, like we've seen in the first half and throughout the first 10 minutes of this half, is that Gill St. Bernard's containment is excellent as they find an opportunity here.
Civilella on the near sideline. Tommy Fusco will knock it away for the Cougars.
But this is this is what Gill St. Bernard's wants to see here. You know, they don't have to press the issue, but they want to stay aggressive. So you're seeing them able to take control and move the ball upfield here, but they don't have to take any unnecessary risks.
This one will be played out of bounds and a free kick upcoming for MKA. Boys soccer, one of 12 competitive athletic programs for boys here at Gill St. Bernard's, also 12 for girls in the upper school. And there are 18 interscholastic teams in the middle school. Last school year, GSB varsity teams won 18 Skyland Conference Division Championships. Sorry, that was over the last 4 years. 5 of those came last year. Skyline Conference is a vast conference with a lot of talents where you can see teams like Bridgewater, Raritan, Immaculata, Montgomery. Rutgers Prep will be joining it next year. Pillow will now throw it in for the Knights. Seems like things clicking on all cylinders here for Gill St. Bernard's.
Advantage awarded to Montclair.
Fennelly will launch this one to the chest of Ricciardi. And that's Jack Lowe, who gets it all the way to midfield. And they're going to call a push off of Durkin. And Tommy Fusco plants to the ground. And it will be controlled now by Montclair Kimberley. Sam Eisen to kick it away.
Yeah, I think Durkin just ran up a little too quick, couldn't stop himself here, because if he ran around him instead of trying to run through him, he's got a clear path to the ball and possibly to the net.
And Lowe will play this one out of bounds, and this will be...
Looks like that hit the flag here?
I think it went to the left of the flag, so this is going to be a throw-in. So they avoided the corner. Played by Lowe. Gill St. Bernard's playing a much more defensive game here in the second half with a 3-goal cushion. They can afford to do so. Played by Andra. Andra looking for Civilella. Bednarski fighting for position with Wade. Wade will win this battle.
Yeah, Wade's much bigger there, so he's very easily just outmaneuver his way and outpower him through, but
good job by Civilella. Civilella getting in the way of a beautiful pass in search of Eisen. Wade will control it once again for MKA. And Wade being defended by Reiner. We'll play it back to Toscano. And they're going to call a yellow card against Gill St. Bernard's. That's on James Reiner, I believe.
Okay, Gill St. Bernard's is not going to like this. One of their best players is now off because of a yellow.
Well, too aggressive there from Reiner.
And so, I mean, this is what you didn't want to see here. You didn't want to see them get on their heels and sit back on their heels and allow Montclair to press forward. And here's an opportunity.
Wade just launches this over the goal. So, crisis averted as Reiner comes back into the game for Brito. Schreier having himself another outstanding game, looking for his 10th shutout of the season. Well over 120 saves on the year. He'll kick it away for the Knights. Good header there by Pilla. And Toscano chasing. And Schreier will come out of the net and corral this. Durkin looking for the hat trick. He plays it to Civilella. Civilella looking for low. And this one will be cleared by the head of Fennelly. Here comes Dixon.
With numbers.
Dixon defended by Reiner. Dixon looking for Toscano, and he's got him. Toscano keeps it in bounds and just out of the reach of Dixon. So failed opportunity there for Montclair Kimberley as they look to start it over again. Fennelly looking for Eisen. They're going to call. Nope, never mind. They're going to let him play. And here comes Civilella for the Knights. Fennelly defended by Bednarski. Finds Toscano. Toscano defended by Pilla. And Pilla, once again, doing an outstanding job. Craig Pilla, senior captain for this Gill St. Bernard's team. A team which is picking up a great deal of momentum at the perfect time. As Friday begins the non-public B sectional. Looking for another title run here. This team is going to be good for a long time.
It's a good job by Schreier to come out and get that one.
We said there are 6 underclassmen starting for this Knights team. Coach Bednarski said when he thinks about, obviously he's going to be sad to, or he's going to miss the likes of Durkin and Pilla and Reiner, but when he looks at this roster and he sees 6 underclassmen starting, he sees the contribution from all the freshmen, he's got to think positively about the future of this program.
Yeah, and the leadership that Durkin and Reiner provide will set these guys up for the underclassmen and freshmen to one day, lead this team just as they have.
Yeah, that's something that kind of gets overlooked sometimes when you think you're gonna miss a lot of leadership, you're gonna lose a lot of leadership with people graduating. But if they did a good job as leaders, part of the definition is laying a foundation for others to follow as well when they're not there. And this is a group of guys that is absolutely capable of doing that and probably has already. So, another reason to be optimistic about the future of this program. That's Quake looking for Ricciardi. Fighting for position. Toscano will knock this one out of bounds. And Pillow will throw it in for the Knights. I feel like in a situation like this with a 3-goal lead as Quake will be called for offsides, thwarting another breakaway opportunity. But with a 3-goal lead, this is where depth also plays a huge factor, because now you can sub in guys. You can use all of their energy in certain points of the game. They can exude all of that energy, and then they can go take a rest.
Yeah, I mean, also you have to think on the Montclair side about depth, because if there's a 3-goal lead and they're on the losing end of that, you got to think, okay, something's not working here. We gotta try fitting another piece of the puzzle in.
Fennelly, and this one knocked away by Reiner. I think it's just always an advantage when you have the freshest legs possible on the field at the same time.
Yep.
Especially when you're protecting a lead. Dixon out in front. Can't get away from the Gill defense. Eisen off the backside of Lowe. Civilella looking for Quake. And good job by Andre, who will just kick this one out of bounds. Max Andre, another one of the freshman defenders here for Gill St. Bernard's. Here's Wesley Wade. And Cameron Miller blocks this one. Ricciardi finds Durkin.
Yeah, they're finally able to clear here.
And Durkin would just play it all the way to Kaufman on the other end. 3-0 is the score. The goals were scored, 2 of them by Justin Durkin, 1 of them by Jack Lowe. One off the head of Jack Lowe. One was a missile from outside of the 18 by Durkin.
Yeah, that was awfully impressive of him.
And then the first one was a disputed goal where Durkin played it off his chest in the box. And Kevin Fennelly tried to kick it away. And at first it appeared to the referee as if it was stopped before it crossed the line. But we could see clearly that it had indeed passed the line. And that was the first goal of the game. That was, I think, less than 2 minutes into the game. Pilla kicks this one straight up in the air. Pilla gets it away from Dixon. Cleared out by Lowe. Now Fusco has it. Finds Toscano on the opposite side. Fennelly towards the net, and this one creeps past Schreier for the first goal of the game for Montclair Kimberley Academy. The captain, Ryan Fennelly, into the back of the net, and this one was a rocket as well.
Yeah, and this is not what Gill St. Bernard's wants here. They don't want to see their lead start to diminish and have to go back to playing as aggressive. Let's see if we can get another look at this this goal here.
Ryan Fennelly, senior captain.
Yeah, just a misplay. They couldn't quite clear it, and it was just left into the hands of MKA.
It's a brilliant shot, though. It wasn't as if he was wide open there. He had a clear path to the goal.
No, certainly not.
Still had to kind of weave the ball in between 2 defenders and pass Schreier, who's been outstanding all game in net. Rayner and Eisen being tied up, getting a little bit more physical here. 3-1 is the score in favor of Gill St. Bernard's.
And we have just over 17 minutes to go here, so you feel the sense of urgency from Montclair.
Starting to get a little bit quiet here in the crowd as Gill St. Bernard's starting to feel the pressure here from Montclair Kimberley.
Yeah, they'll call that one offsides.
We might find a situation here where Gill St. Bernard's will turn up the heat on the offensive end. Try to get a little bit more insurance if they can, get back to that 3-goal cushion. Lowe wins this one. And Brito, I think he's going to be called for offsides.
Offsides are a jersey tug here.
Fennelly launches this one. I want to apologize for calling Ryan Fennelly Kevin for a brief period of time there. The captain with the lone goal for Montclair Kimberley. Sam Eisen weaving through the defenders. Centering pass, and this bends all the way to Schreier. Brito plays it back to Lowe. Lowe off to Ricciardi. Ricciardi looking for the centering pass. And out of the reach of Quate, Civilella just misses. Had the entire right side of the goal open for him.
Yeah, he took that with his left foot, and, you know, he didn't have an angle on it, so that was always just going to go right across the goal line.
Bednarski plays it off the chest, but Malcolm Dixon will corral it for MKA. He finds Wesley Wade, and Wade being pestered by Reiner. Lowe knocks it away. Civilella with another opportunity. Good job by Barrett chasing it down. Civilella with a beautiful move. Looking for the centering pass, and Brito unable to get a foot on it. Lowe giving chase, tripped up by Noble.
Yep, not on the ball there. Didn't touch the ball here, so they're going to call that.
Lowe hops right back up, and he'll take the free kick for Gill St. Bernard's.
Let's see if we could just pull that one back here as they talk about it.
Yeah, giving chase. And
yeah, D didn't touch the ball.
Noble.
So they're going to call that.
Didn't seem like he was concerned with the ball there. So Lowe will take the free kick for Gill St. Bernard's.
Again, yeah, they're going to give it to him.
And Dixon will get a yellow card on this one. Not happy with it. Bednarski was on the receiving end of that tackle.
Let's see if we can pull this one up again here as play continues to get chippy. Yeah, he went for a kick and kicked his shins and missed the ball.
So the yellow card served to Dixon. Wide open, trying to knock it backwards is James Reiner, and that would have been beautiful.
Offsides, though, I believe.
Yeah, he did come a little bit too wide open. Nonetheless, a great ball by Lowe and a great opportunity there. Fennelly will blast this one past midfield. And you can really tell why when we asked Coach Bednarski, who, maybe somebody under the radar, really hard worker, one of those effort guys, would be the first person. I couldn't even finish asking the question before he mentioned Jack Lowe. And if you look in this time where it's time to really grind, to fight for position, to fight for possession, you can see he was always in the middle of it as Jack Lowe. Reiner, once again, he's an absolute animal. Quake controls it for Gill. And a nice tackle by Montclair Kimberley.
See, that's a clean slide tackle there. You know, played the ball, had good position on it.
Daniel Nasty, the nice play. A junior from Verona, New Jersey. Home of Anthony Fasano, NFL tight end. As well as Carlo Calabrese, former Notre Dame linebacker. Civilella, great job fighting for position. Now he controls it and looking for Brito, but Brito stops in his tracks. So this will go all the way to Kaufman. Just over 10 minutes to go here in the second half of play. Gill St. Bernard's with a 3-1 lead. Gill scored all of their goals in the first half. 2 off the foot of Durkin, 1 off the foot of Lowe, off the head of Lowe. And they're going to call offsides against Montclair Kimberley once again. Schreier will take the free kick. Ricciardi gets a head on it. And it looks like Brito making a little bit too much contact with Fennelly. So it'll be a free kick for MKA.
As we tick under 10 minutes here. Seeing some bodies hit the ground with a little bit more frequency.
Yeah, I feel like both teams are going to be a little bit sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I think the comparison that Coach Bednarski had to a big-time conference championship tournament in basketball leading into the big-time NCAA tournament, comparing that to the Prep B tournament leading into the state tournament here for soccer, I think that's a pretty good analogy. As you see sometimes, you know, you'll have these incredible games to finish out the conference tournaments in NCAA basketball, and you're kind of seeing that here today as both teams, you know, fighting for this crown as if it is the last thing they're playing for.
Yeah, and then they'll go right back into, you know, another tournament.
I think you ask any of the kids on the field, you know, they'll say if they just want to win everything, right? Yeah. They don't want to say, they don't want to leave it an opportunity for somebody else to say, yeah, but we won this. They want every single trophy they could possibly get.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's the goal that they set out for, is to try and do as well as they can in every possible match.
And with the joining of the NJSIAA almost a decade ago, they have opportunities to win multiple tournaments. They participate in a county tournament, they participate in the Prep B tournament, then obviously the state tournament. So these are things that prep schools weren't really allowed to participate in before that, and it's really exciting to be able to compete against the state's best, against the elite in the state, and really prove to everybody, you know, how much the programs really have succeeded and how much they've grown over the past few years.
Yes, certainly with prep schools, you know, such as this being allowed to compete in those county tournaments, it's fun to see all the different levels of competition, as this will for sure be called offsides. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's the second or third offsides penalty called against Burrito. Can't knock him for his ambition.
You know, this could be a tactic. This could very well be, you know, try and play as you push the envelope as much as you can, and they're going to reset that back around 10 yards here. But push the envelope here, because this will eat up some clock. As we see here, you know, 20 seconds has just eaten off the clock.
James Reiner once again, a beautiful header. Toscano over the crossbar. Oh, here comes a breakaway opportunity for Quake. And Kaufman able to regain his composure and pounce on this one. Noble looking for Fennelly. Fennelly's got some numbers. Fennelly, a beautiful through ball to Toscano, but Schreier comes out of the net and spoils this opportunity for Montclair Kimberley. A great play there by the goalkeeper for the Knights. Fennelly, an excellent pass, creating that opportunity for Toscano. Thwarted by Jordan Schreier. Miller heads this one out of bounds. Wyatt Noble towards the goal, and this one just over the crossbar.
You know, with 5 minutes to go here, we've seen 2 possible equalizers, or 2 possible goals that, you know, could have equalized.
And Schreier, we talked about Kaufman with some big shoes to fill, but Jordan Schreier also replacing Mike Renna, who is now at Stevens Tech. He graduated last year as the leader in shutouts of all time here at Gill St. Bernard's. So we have 2 outstanding goaltenders in net that are replacing 2 other outstanding goaltenders. Nice pass. Andres Gonzalez on the far sideline towards the goal, off the crossbar, and
in.
I don't know if they're going to give that to Gonzalez or Durkin. We'll take another look at it, but it looked like it passed it passed the line, and an outstanding goal and individual effort there by Andres Gonzalez.
That was fun to see. Let's see, pull that up again here. That will surely cement Gill St. Bernard's with the win here as we take a look at the replay here.
Durkin, the great pass, splitting the defenders. Gonzalez hits the left crossbar and comes in.
No, that didn't go in. I think that was Durkin that came in and cleaned it up, yeah?
Why don't we just give it to Gonzalez? Durkin already has 2. We'll give it to Andres. Once again, with an opportunity. 3 minutes to go here. Gill St. Bernard's with a 4-1 lead over Montclair Kimberley Academy here in the Prep B Championship on the campus of Gill St. Bernard's. Wind temporarily calm right now. About 50 degrees. The sun is out. Not a cloud in the sky. Quake knocks this one out of bounds. Coming into the game for Gill St. Bernard's, number 14, that is Killian O'Connor. It's a senior forward. Toscano knocks this one off of the knee of Lowe. Dixon on the near sideline.
Yeah.
And that's Brito. Be called for the infraction.
And they'll give me yellow. Okay, I think that's a little aggressive.
So Brito will receive a yellow card. One of a handful given out today. See a lot of aggressive play here. It is a championship game. I believe that's Armin Masafari into the game for Gill St. Bernard's. This one goes sailing over the net once again. Andres Gonzalez will come out of the game, or he'll stay in, I'm sorry. Onger will come out of the game.
As the clock in the stadium here reaches 2 minutes, we'll reset ours to 2 minutes and just wait for the referee to call the game.
Luke Fisher, the sophomore defenseman, in the game for Gill St. Bernard's. Quake looking for more. Fighting for position with Fusco. And this will go out of bounds off of Gill St. Bernard's. Fusco will throw it in. As the clock winds down here, Montclair Kimberley looking to put something into the net. Noble back to Dixon. Dixon pooches it towards the goal, and Reiner knocks it away with his forehead once again. Fennelly, the lone goal scorer for Montclair Kimberley, plays it off the left side to Toscano. Toscano defended by Pilla.
Nice move.
Nice move by Toscano. A better save by Schreier, getting his left paw on it. And they're going to call Quake here for the penalty. Free kick upcoming here for Montclair Kimberley.
You know, the wind's certainly not going to help them in this case when it's behind them and they're this close here.
This one sails over the net once again. So Schreier cannot add to his shutout total, but they have quality start statistics for baseball. Should have a quality start statistic here for soccer as well, as Schreier had an outstanding game, keeping a prolific offense only to 1 goal.
Yeah, and we see the a bunch of subs come in here. I think 4 or 5 different guys have just left, and we'll get some freshmen some more playing time.
And Aaron Hinton will enter the game in net for Gill St. Bernard's, replacing Schreier.
That'll do it.
And that will do it. Gill St. Bernard's, your 2013 Prep B champions. Back-to-back years, back-to-back champions. Gill St. Bernard's over Montclair Kimberley Academy by a score of 4-1. It was an outstanding game on all sides for Gill St. Bernard's. You had 2 goals from Justin Durkin. You had 1 goal from Andres Gonzalez, and you had another one from Jack Lowe, and an outstanding overall team effort. You see a lot of offense on the scoring board, but Derek, obviously defense played a huge role in this one as well.
It really did. Gill St. Bernard's was able to contain the fast-paced and fiery offense that we thought Montclair Kimberley was going to come out with. I mean, you know, as we were reading up and studying the game here, we've known them to be a prolific scoring team, and they have you know, in the past done an incredible job of putting pressure on the opposing defense and the goalie. But in this particular game, Gill St. Bernard's was able to just contain them, and they did that by applying their own prolific offense and being able to keep the ball in the MKA zone for quite a bit of time.
Let's take a look at the upcoming athletic schedule once again for Gill St. Bernard's. This week, tomorrow, the varsity girls soccer team begins their NJSIAA state tournament run against Rutgers Prep. It is here at 2 p.m. On Tuesday, the middle school cross-country team will take place in their Great Pumpkin Run at 3:30. On Thursday, the girls soccer team, pending a victory over Rutgers Prep, will travel to St. Rose for a 2 o'clock p.m. matchup in what I believe is the quarterfinals of the state tournament. And then on Friday, the varsity boys soccer team will start their run at a potential state championship. They took home the Prep B championship, and they are looking for another state title run, as Montclair Kimberley were the state champions for the past 2 years, and they defeated Gill St. Bernard's. So Gill St. Bernard's, sort of a monkey off of their back with this 4-1 victory, looking to continue that momentum on to the state tournament. We're going to hand things over to Dave Pasquale, the athletic director here at Gill St. Bernard's, for the award presentation here for the Prep B Championship. As the Gill St. Bernard's squad celebrates with the Gill St. Bernard's faithful and their fellow classmates, we will sign off here. For everybody that helped us out, for helping to put this together, Allison Daly, Mike Labrie, Dave Pasquale, for everybody at Strive, Derek Raymond, I'm Tom Monfiletto. We hope to see you in the winter for some basketball games here at Gill St. Bernard's, and best of luck to both teams, Gill St. Bernard's and Montclair Kimberley Academy, as they begin their state tournament run next week. For everyone, signing off here, have a great day, everyone.